So we got our video yesterday pulled down because YouTube didn't like some of the things that I was saying, and this is not the first, this is the second time I think, but they said the video got pulled down, and I went to check my mail. They were giving me some reasons, and so I had to appeal, and I've sent the appeal because you don't, when you pull down my video and you don't necessarily tell me exactly why you're pulling down the video, then you make it look like, how do I make sure I don't break your rules again? Because when I read to the community guidelines of YouTube, we don't attack anybody in this community. We don't discriminate. We don't do all of that. We just say the truth as it is for our people. So if what we are saying is benefiting our people, then I don't get why somebody else should put it down. So this is the systematic approach to make sure you don't get the full length of the truth. That is why it's crazy to think that anybody with this systematic structures would give you the whole truth as a Bible and say, this is it, I've given you the truth, go around with it. I mean, even the things we say here on YouTube gets pulled down when they don't like it, and they're saying now it's automated. So they've set in certain keywords that make sure the minute these words are said, pull down the video. We don't care what the video entails. So it's very necessary that we wake up and understand the fact that they would never bring you the truth through a Bible. It is time we wake up and start getting the truth from our elders, from ourselves, from going deep down into our history, digging out all the stuff that they've covered. And also, most of the truth are in the spirit in a way. The spirit that be, the spirit of our ancestors would always ensure that the truth get told. Wake up. Wake up. It's time we wake up. You don't gotta wait. It's still, a lot of people look at what we are doing, the work that we are doing as, why are you deceiving people? Why are we deceiving people? After all, what do we stand to gain? All that we want is our people to wake up. Why would we deceive you? What are we going to do? Who is employing us to deceive you? How does that even make sense? So we gotta wake up. We gotta move away from the lies they've told us. Use YouTube as a basis, as a yardstick. If you can say everything you want to say on YouTube, what makes you think they gave you everything you need to know in the Bible? It's time we wake up. Aquabo. I get excited every time I had to say this because I'm welcoming you into the melanated truth. My name is Kojo Bento. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve you, nothing else. And I get excited every time I get the honor and the opportunity. I just want to give praise to the Creator and the powers that be, that they always give us the gift of life, bless us with the gift of life so that we can make it, we can be able to come your way and tell you or have a conversation with you about the truth. I get excited every time, so I'm going to speak to you and give thanks to the Creator. Odumankuma, yadawase. Sasi ya mami, asure to me, asase to me, nsume to me, so that's asase, jebi ase to me. To me, weche na ajo, esi ajo abene awuku yao. Efi, amen, yadawanase. Tumi owenye na ebusuem, tuma ozi na echi, tuma wani na nanum bodru bibi maimu, tuma obo bibi manhu ben na yesi yadamase. We just give thanks and praises to the Creator, the Mother Earth, and all the powers that be, that ensures that the balance of this nation, of this creation, of this universe is in perfect place or in perfect shape. Today I've got something. I wanted to try something new. Since we moved Identity Sundays to Zoom. Since we moved Identity Sundays to Zoom, I wanted to And Thursday is social Thursdays anyway. So I wanted to really make it social, not everything that has got to do with our people. So today we have a lot of words, we have a lot of captions that is in images and put out there for a lot of people to circulate it around, telling about Black Man Wake Up and what have you. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to use Thursdays for reactions. So I'm going to react to some of these captions, and I'm going to react to some of these videos out there that are teaching. So I'm going to react to every video that I come across. If you have a particular video that you watch, you saw anywhere, and you want me to react to it, I'll be very glad that you give me that video as well, or you send that video to me, or post it in our community. The link, our WhatsApp community, the link is in the description. Get there, invite yourself to the community, and then post the video there. I would watch it and I would address it. I will react to that video. Or you can send my personal WhatsApp line is also in the description. You can send it directly to me and I will react to it. So I'm going to use a Thursday to react to every video that is out there, and that is a huge work. This is my first sort of reaction video, so if I don't get it done the way you are used to, please forgive me. We'll get better with time. And today, so Thursday is going to be coupled with everything. It's not just going to be the reaction, but I'm also going to talk about a lot of things on Thursday. Before I go any further, you know how we do every day. We go to the messages, the previous messages that came, and I read them out. And if I have to address anything, I know our elder Malakia keeps addressing them on the page and in the communities as well. But when I also come on YouTube, I also want to address some of these questions. Our sister Annette made a comment saying, "It's true, the food are not helping us." Yahweh continue to bless you for the truth. Amazing. We bless the Creator. We bless the powers that be. We bless, amen. We bless Yah. Talk about Yah. Angela, Sister Angela, I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you've seen this video yet, but I addressed your question yesterday about you thinking I was going to talk about Yah. Of course I'm going to talk about Yah. Yah is one of the powerful beings that the Creator created, one of the gods, lack of a better word, that Creator created. And I keep telling you, the most ultimate is Amen Ra himself, and we have Yah and all the other powers. Yah is the God of thunder, is the God of fire. So we're going to get there and we're going to talk about Yah as well. So don't worry, sis, I got you. And I hope you're in the community as well. Our elder Malakia says, "Thank you, Melanated Truth family, for all your responses, comments, and questions. Meet us in the Zoom community on WhatsApp." Yes, do, please do check us out. Sister Amani says, "Love it." Bless you, sister. Sister Mary says, "Oh wow, so I gotta let the water settle." Yes, you gotta let the water always settle first before you drink it. Don't drink water straight from the tap. No. It's disturbed, it's troubled. Especially when you buy all these packed waters and all of that. Try and transfer them into vessels and jars and glass, clay jars and all of that, and store them, let them settle. Then you gently take them in and you drink it. It says, in Japanese traditional medicine, water therapy, which involves drinking pure water on an empty stomach on waking, is said to cure many diseases. Yes, water. Listen, water is powerful. Don't play with the elements. That is why you got to know your element, and you got to learn how to connect to your element, and you got to know how to operate through your element. When you know these things, trust me, you'll do amazing things. Our sister Jataba says, yes, sis. So that's it. We had few comments, just this few comments so far, and bless everybody that's been commenting. Bless you. Bless yeah, I haven't seen you, sis. I haven't seen you. Bless everybody that comments. I'm getting a call coming to says I'm online. I'm online. I'm videoing. I'm filming. So and I won't edit this one. I'm just playing around. So yes. So these are the comments that came, and I'm excited for it. And bless you so much for always supporting this assignment. Listen, every time you watch it, every time you share it, I know you've subscribed already, but every time you introduce the melanated truth to your brothers and sisters to subscribe as well, listen, you are waking somebody up. We're about 259. Can we, in the next week, from now to the next week, can we get can we get to 300 views, 200 subscribers? Can we get to 300 subscribers in the next coming week? Let's see how it goes. We want to get 300 subscribers. That's about 49 to go. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. I trust you guys. I know you guys are amazing. I know you spread it around, and I know we'll get them 300 subscribers. Bless you for all the great job you're doing. So today, without much said, I want to react to a few things, but let me play this video. Where is it? Where is this video? Let's see how this whole reaction thing will go, and we'll take it from there. Where's this video? It's supposed to be here. Yes. So it's a video of Muhammad Ali's interview, and I want to react to it, so you have an idea of what I'm going to talk about with the reaction. So let's let the reaction begin.
I always wondered when I went to church on Sundays. I've always been one to, I'm not just a boxer. I do a lot of reading, a lot of studying. I ask questions. I travel these countries. I watch how people live, and I learn. And I always ask my mother, I said, Mother.
I mean, and we all know Muhammad Ali the Great did a lot of reading, because most of his interviews, when you watch him, you would realize that he's speaking a lot of wisdom. So I give him that for not just remaining. Whatever you do, you need to open up your mind. You need to study wide. You need to study with a bigger scope. You need to open up your understanding and look all over the place. Don't just close your mind and just stick yourself with what you've been fed with all your life and not go into any other thing. Read wide. Open up your understanding. Let's go.
I always wondered when I went to church on Sundays. I've always been one to, I'm not just a boxer. I do a lot of reading, a lot of studying. I ask questions. I travel these countries. I watch how people live, and I learn. And I always ask my mother, I said, Mother, how come is everything white? I said, why is Jesus white with blonde hair and blue eyes? Why is the Lord's Supper all white men? Angels are white. Pope and Mary and even the angels. I said, Mother, when we die, do we go to heaven? She said, naturally, we go to heaven.
This reminds me of a post I saw yesterday. The post was like, if you think you are dying to escape racism on earth and get to heaven, don't forget, it's a next level racism in heaven. Because God in this heaven is white. All the angels are white. Everybody in this heaven is white. So don't you dare think that racism is only going to end here. You are going to get racism 2.0, since all of them in the heavens are white. That's what the Bible tells you, right? That's why. And Muhammad Ali says that he asked these questions when he was a kid. That's amazing.
Go to heaven. I said, well, what happened to all the black angels when they took the pictures? I
said, funny. He says, what happened to all the black angels, right? Funny.
I said, oh, I know. If the white folks was in heaven too, then the black angels were in the kitchen preparing the milk and honey. She said, listen.
If the white angels are in heaven, then the black angels will be in the kitchen preparing all the food in the kitchen. So the black angels will be in the backgrounds in the kitchen while the white angels are portrayed. That's really funny.
Listen, you quit saying that, boy. I was always curious, and I always wondered why I had to die to go to heaven. Why I couldn't have pretty cars and good money and nice homes now. Why do I have to wait till I die to get milk and honey? And I said, Mama, I don't want no milk and honey. I like steaks and I said, milk and honey is a laxative anyway.
No, right? So, but that's the thing, though. That's the thing they always taught us. That's the thing they always preached about. Like, you gotta wait till you die, then you go to heaven. Then in heaven, you get all the goodies in heaven. But they are taking all the resources from our lands. They are taking everything from our lands. So why do we gotta die? They tell us that we have to die to make it to heaven. But with them, they just go straight ahead and then take it while here on earth. So I believe that this is the fact, though. I believe most of our elders, what they did was that They left everything for them and kept on going like, when we make to heaven, when we make to heaven, songs like that, when we make to heaven, there will be joy in heaven, there will be joy in this. And these people be looking at our fathers like, look at them dumb people. They talk about heaven. Listen, whilst they're busy thinking about heaven, let's make sure we get them for everything they've got though. You know what I'm saying? And that is insane, because whilst you are busy looking up, they are busy taking underneath you everything they can find, everything they can come across. And to me, that's really insane and it's really ridiculous. But anyways, let's continue.
Do they have a lot of bathrooms in heaven? So anyway, I was always curious. I always wondered why. You know, Tarzan is the king of the jungle in Africa. He was white.
That just didn't make sense. That just didn't make sense. I know most of you knew the Tarzan movie and you watched it. And all the Tarzan movie, whether the old version, the newer version, George, all the Tarzan movie, he was a white guy in the jungle of Africa. How did this one Tarzan boy make it to the jungle of Africa and all of a sudden become the master of the jungle of Africa? How does this story work? But we all believed it. I remember when I was a kid, I watched these movies and I didn't ask these smart questions when I was a kid. No. And listen, it never occurred to me, because when we were kids, we would always see the white man as the savior. So everything that had saving, attached to it, we gave it to the white person. And everything else that didn't have saving to it, it was us. So the white savior, the black, needy, poor, weak person who needs help from the white savior. It's ridiculous.
White man. I saw this white man swinging around Africa with a diaper on, hollering, oh! Do you all see Tarzan over here?
Right.
Tarzan? And all the Africans, so he's beating them up and breaking the lion's jaw. And here's Tarzan talking to the animals. And the Africans been there for centuries, and he can't talk to the animals.
Exactly. We were here, said, this is our home, this is our land. You come all the way and all of a sudden you know how to talk to the animals, and our elders never knew how to talk to them. Listen, there are certain forests that you cannot even kill any animal from it. Not because the national animal commission or whatever it is preventing you. No, it's spiritual. You cannot even go there. Because there are certain places that when you go and kill an animal, by the time you get to your house, somebody is dead in your house. If you kill the baby of an animal, an antelope or something, you come to the house and your son or daughter is dead. So our fathers have always known this, but when we watch them on the screens, when we were kids, we never really look at them as harmful. But what they were doing was that they were brainwashing us to think that the white man is always the one that is superior in everything. It's like you watching one thing, but in your reality it doesn't sound the same. But you've been so brainwashed to think that, okay, this is another reality and this is another reality. Even though this reality is telling you it was taken in Africa. Man.
Look at them. I always wondered why Miss America was always white. All the beautiful brown women in America, beautiful suntans, beautiful shapes, all type complexions, but she always was white. And Miss World was always white. And Miss Universe was always white. And then they got some stuff called White House cigars, White Swan soap, King White soap, White Cloud tissue paper, White Rain hair rinse, White Tornado flow wax. Everything was white. And the angel food cake was the white cake, and the devil food cake was the chocolate cake. I said, Mama, why is everything white? I always wondered, and the president lived in the White House.
I remember a joke growing up that says that, I think it's a fancy joke. It's said in fancy, but I will try to say it in English. That says that, like, the black man is so brought down to everything. Everything that is, it's fancy, so I'm trying to translate. Everything that is on the lower level is black, and everything that is on the high level is white. Like the tiled roads got to be black, and the white lines are the ones that give the demarcations where you should pass, where you. So even on our roads, the white man is still telling the black man, which is the bigger portion of the road, where to pass. Are you getting the picture? The entire road is black coal tile, right? It's tiled with coal, black. And then the white linings, which is giving you the directive. So even on the roads, the white man is giving the directive. You can have a big body car with whatever color, and the tires are what? Black. So black was underneath everything. Everything that was evil was looked to be black, right? But here's the joke. Then the comedian said, anyways, we still got them in this area, and this area cancels out all of the areas that is whitened out. And guess what this area is? When you go to the washroom and you use the loo, the tea-roll is what? The toilet paper is what? Is white. So this comedian was saying they use the white toilet papers to clean your behind. I mean, listen. Listen, I don't know if you guys get it, but Infanti's joke was crazy. And the guy was saying, imagine if the toilet paper was black. How on earth were you going to see what you just did? Hope you guys get it, man.
Mary had a little lamb. His feet as white as snow, and Snow White, and everything was white. Santa Claus was white, and everything bad was black. The little ugly duckling was the black duck, and the black cat was the bad luck. And if I threaten you, I'm going to blackmail you. I said, Mama, why don't they call it white mail? They lie too. I was always curious, and then this is when I knew something was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, this is an amazing video. When I watched it, it's funny and but very informative as well. And at that age, if he could tell that something was wrong, then it means that he really got enlightened at a very early age. So I also want to react to some pictures as well. The first one I want to react to is this image. Since you are always calling his name, time to meet God, amen. A black man. Since and I keep saying this, every single person on the face of the earth call on amen. You just didn't know that's what you were doing. You just didn't have an understanding of what you were doing. But what you were doing is that you were calling on the God, amen. Let's go to the next image. And this is pretty nobody that did this to your ancestors can show you the way to heaven. Nobody. That is why I use the YouTube analogy to explain something to you. If I'm not allowed to say everything I know on YouTube, what makes you think they would give you everything you need to know? They don't want you to say everything I know. It means I'm not supposed to know what I know to say it. So therefore, it means that I am not saying, I'm going against everything they taught me to say. Are you understanding it? So I'm being a rogue person because no. What you're doing is not what we told you to do. We told you to be saying these things. How come you are saying these other things? You understand what I'm saying? So long as you keep using the Bible as the ultimate truth, you would be saying everything they need you to say because they wrote that manual for you. They copied our fathers' histories, they twisted it and gave it to you. So how can anybody do this to your ancestors and say, I am teaching you? Why would they want you to be free? Why would they want you to be free? They don't want you to be free. So you got to always understand that there's no way they gave you everything you need to know in the Bible. They gave you everything they want you to know. One of our elders, Greg, said, during slavery, they didn't give us good education, good housing, good food, or good clothing. What makes you think they gave us good religion? That's a funny one. What makes you think they gave you a good religion? During slavery, they never gave you anything good anyways. So why is it that all of a sudden they are giving you something good? They will not. They will not give you anything good if they never gave. So Christianity was taught during the slavery times, right? But why were they teaching them all these things during slavery? Because they were teaching them to obey your masters. Hence the scriptures, hence the New Testament verse that says, slaves, obey your masters. Slaves, obey your masters. Our fathers were never called or known to be slaves. So these people showed up. Let's go to the next image. It says, Africa then, they were using rifles. Africa now, they are using the Bible. So Africa then, we were slaves using the rifle. Africa now, we are in debt. We are in debt using the Bible. So whether then or now, they are still enslaving us. Whether then or now, whether it was slavery by guns and all of that, or was in debt by all these grants and loans and foreign aids and all of that, they are enslaving us through new colonization. There's no difference. We ought to wake up. It's time we wake up. That's why I said the first president of the United States was a black man and more. They boldly proclaimed that George Washington was not the first president of the United States. He was the ninth. The real first president of the United States was John Hanson, who understood the importance of the war and was concerned. He served as president from 1718 to 1721 AD. In fact, he sent 800 pounds of sterling silver by his brother Samuel Hanson to George Washington to provide the troops with shoes. They tried so hard to cover through Moorish. U.S. President George, what's the name? John Hanson. I don't know how true this story is. Let me quickly check it. U.S. President John Hanson. I'm trying to check this out because I don't know how true this is. But as you can see, let's check this out. I'm trying to do this with you. First U.S. President John Hanson. So first U.S. President John, is here John Hanson. Okay, I know you see it. All the images that are coming is a white person. John Hanson jumped to President Congress in November 1781. He was elected as first president of the Confederation Congress, sometimes styled President of the United States in Congress assembled. Died November 15. Okay, I don't know why all the images coming here are off. I don't know much about this story. Let's see. Oh, here we go. And this is Wikipedia. John Hanson was an African American associated with the American Colonization Society, which sought to relocate freeborn and emancipate black Americans to Liberia. In Liberia, he served as the senator from Grand Bassa County. He was born into slavery, but he purchased his freedom and migrated from Baltimore to Liberia at age 36. In Liberia, he joined the growing mercantile class. He was elected to the Colonial Council in December 1840 and was elected as one of the 2 senators from Grand Bassa County in the first election after the country's independence. He also served as Okay, so it's looking like we have, according to Wikipedia, we have the first white John Hanson, and we have the second black John Hanson. John Hanson died in 1860 and was mourned as a faithful and patriot servant by Liberian President Stephen Allen Benson. So this John Hanson is not looking like the same John Hanson, first U.S. president. So I think then the story will become who is telling what, who is telling. Who is telling what? So yeah, but according to the search right now, I mean, I don't know about this story, but according to the search right now, it's either they try to cover up the real person was, but it doesn't even make sense, right? But we just read this John Hanson was a great man in our history, but the first U.S. president was John Hanson, but not this John Hanson, according to what we just read. Okay, let me move on to the next image. I didn't know this history. I mean, I'm just seeing it for the first time. So I didn't know this history. So let's move on to the next image. And you gotta let me know in the comments if what I'm saying, if you like the reactions that I'm doing. The next image is the world wants Africans' resources. Africa wants the sky. That's funny. This is funny. The world wants Africa's resources. Africans wants the sky. And that is absolutely what has happened over the years and what is still happening in our time. We are too busy, too caught up with trying to look into the sky and not make anything out of our resources, whilst they are too busy stealing from us. So they keep telling us and keep telling, look to the sky, look to somebody is going to come from the sky. Our first ancestors, our first fathers that started converting into Christianity have been looking to the sky since. Nothing has happened. What have they done in the process? Whilst we were busy looking up, they were busy stealing from us. So how come black people can create mega churches but not mega banks and mega schools? Honestly, like TD Jakes is one of my people. TD Jakes is one of the people that I used to listen when I got born again and I listened to him a lot, and he's been doing this for the longest time. But what the question here makes a lot of sense, that why don't we have mega schools? Why don't we have mega banks, mega factories, mega corporations? Why are we not creating anything of our own? Why do we just gotta play religion? Why are we not branching out, building our own mega industries? I mean, think about it. TGJs have been at this for more than 25 years, right? So there's no way you can tell me if he has started building a mega factory, or maybe that's the thing. When we come into the religious sect, we don't think business. Yet we buy, we sell, we do all these things. So we collect all this money from the congregation and we give this money right back to them. Why are we not creating anything for ourselves? Building our own company, building our own establishment. Why are we not doing that? Why are we giving them everything? Why do we do that? It's time we wake up and listen. It's not too late. They have failed us. Our leaders have failed us. Our elders have failed us. It is time we rise up and start doing something for ourselves. Start depending on ourselves. We have the brains. We have the technology. It's in our spirit. We have the gifts. We have the manpower. What else are we lacking? They came for us and build their countries. So what makes you think we can build our own countries? That's sad. I mean, look at this. This is an interesting one. The Chinese, anyway, you need to understand that. I will come back. You need to understand that Buddha and Krishna were not white. They have turned them to look white. But the original sculptures and original images of Buddha and Krishna were all blacks. They were not white people, please. So that's even, and also, my God looks like me. So all these images, their God looks like them. But only I can't say the F word. Only the black man, his God looks like another race. That's messed up. When the Chinese started becoming white, they changed all the images of their God and made it look like them. When the Hindus started being whitened out, they started changing all their images, make their God look like them. The Europeans made sure their God looked like them. Blue eyes, blue Jesus, blue eyes, silky hair, blonde hair, and all of that. Some black hair. Only the black man. Because our ancestors, it did not make sense to our ancestors to have the Creator be in any image. It's just simple, it didn't make sense. So that is what I'm saying. Every other system is paganism because they are worshiping through man's understanding. How can you explain the Creator through man's understanding? How can you explain the Creator away through the ideology? He created you. So how can you now begin to picture him to be you? It doesn't even make sense. But that's how they had it. Right? Let's go to the next image. So can you see the similarity? Church court tries to send us to hell, tries to send us to jail. Both are destroying us, and that is true. A lot of people are Christians because they're scared of hell. I'm telling you, they're scared. The reason why a lot of people are fighting the truth, a lot of people don't want to be in the truth because they are too afraid to go to hell. They don't want to have anything to do with hell. They are too comfortable staying where they are. I'm telling you. Listen, so long as this is getting me to heaven, I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to offend anybody. I just want me some heaven. So because of that fear, they've gripped your mind, and you are not even able to think for yourself for a minute. Not even for a minute. That there's not a thing like hell. And nobody is dragging anything to hell or anybody to hell. Every single person on the face of the earth is going to die. Don't let death threaten you. Don't let death put fear in you. Don't let death threaten you. Don't let death put fear in you. Don't do that. Don't allow death to scare you off to think that because of some hell, I won't even open up myself to some truth. I mean, what is wrong? You've been told one thing all your life. It has never done anything for you. What is wrong with just you opening up just open up yourself for a minute and listen to the history, the story of your own fathers, not some demons, not some wife. You are too comfortable worshiping a God that is not your race, but listen to the stories, the ancestry of your own race. You don't want it because they've threatened you with hell. Man.
Call ended.
Let's look at the next image. Idris Elba says, I can't be James Bond because I'm black, but white people can be Egyptian pharaohs. How messed up is that? I can't be James Bond because I'm black, but white people can be Egyptian pharaohs. Meanwhile, the entire Egypt was a black dominated and populated area. When are we going to wake up? How messed up is this? James Bond, Pharaoh, who is of more significance, but yet the black man cannot even be James Bond. Listen, if you think for a minute, if Jesus' story was even true, and for a minute they would make you have something that is precious to them, you are sleeping. If Jesus was real, you think they will share Jesus with you? You think they will share Jesus with you? They are not even willing to share their superheroes with you. No, they will never. They will never make Hercules a black man. They cannot even make James Bond and go, no. That would destroy the whole symbolism of James Bond. No. So if Jesus was real and Jesus was precious, they would never share. When have they ever shared any precious thing with you? When did we see this in history? That they shared anything precious with you? They would never do that. They would never share anything precious. But yet you ignorantly watch them, substitute our history, our story with themselves. They play Pharaoh with themselves, and you don't have any trouble with that. They can't even share James Bond. You think they will ever share Superman with you? You think they will ever share Spider-Man with you? No. They can allow little black men to be in the videos, but they will never share their superheroes with you. So common sense is not sitting with you. Common sense is not hitting you to make you wake up and say that, wait a minute. If they are not even willing to share Spider-Man, a fictional character, James Bond, a fictional character, if they are not willing to share their fictional characters with you, what makes you think they will share the real deal with you? It's time you wake up. This next image says, don't just teach black children about slaves who submitted. Teach them about the ones who fought back. Yes, and I will keep saying the name of my grandfather, Nana Bedubonso. These are the people. We will say Nana Prempre. We will say Ya Santua. People who fought back. People who fought back. These are the heroes that we should talk about them. They exiled Ya Santua and Nana Prempre. These are the people. They cut the head of my grandfather, Nana Bedu Bonsu. They cut his head. These are the people that we should celebrate. These are the people that fought back because they knew they were not slaves. They knew the position these people were putting them in was not who they were. They're like, hell no, we're not doing that. These are the stories we should propagate, not the ones that say, Master, I'll obey. I'll be a Christian. I'll be a Christian. Anything you want me to do, you want me to be a dog, I'll be a dog. You want me to kill my brother, I'll kill my brother for money, for blings, for chains. These are not the people you should celebrate. Don't celebrate all these so-called stars that are in bed with them. Celebrate the heroes that gave up their lives to ensure that you have a voice today. These people that they give them blings and chains, they are not the ones you should celebrate. Those. These people, they're always saying, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go to all these artists, all these claimed so-called superstars, right? And go and check who is behind their record labels, who is behind their record deals. Sometimes it baffles me. We celebrate, yes, when we see a black man get $400 million, $700, and they tell you, see how rich you are, see how rich you are. You have $700 million. Have you gone into their bank account? Do you have any idea how much money the Rothschilds have? Do you have any idea how much money the Rockefellers make? Listen, Amazon, how much money does he have? Yet you are too busy celebrating 700 million. So that's my hero. No! Celebrate Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is the richest man ever to live on the face of this earth. And nobody is yet to break that record. Before any white man, I'm telling you and I'm prophesying, before any white man would make it to $400 billion, before any white man would get to $400 billion, one single person get to $400 billion, you would have 10 more black men stretching from $400 billion to $800 billion. And I'm prophesying. Before a white man, listen, it might not seem promising. It might not look at what crazy thing are you talking about. How on earth is a black man going to have all that money? When you wake up, you will see how money will pursue you. When you wake up, listen. Since I started dealing in the truth, wake up. Let's stop celebrating mediocrity. Let's stop celebrating mediocrity. They give you few chicken change, you are all over the place. The richest man ever to live, single man ever to live on the face of the earth is a black man. Don't you ever get confused and think the richest family that had ever lived on the face of the earth is the Rothschilds. No. It was a black family. Black royalties. How can somebody who sits on gold be less richer than somebody who comes to steal the gold? Does it make sense to you? Or take Okosunana, the Asantehene, the dynasty of the Ashanti kingdom, sit on gold. There are many African dynasties that sit on gold. They are stealing from us all the time. By their lies and the puppets of African leaders becoming puppets. Instead of you rising up to take up the mantle and become leaders, you are being run as puppets. You're too afraid. You sit on all that power and all that authority, and you are scared of death, fame. You follow fame and you sell your resources. If we gathered what is ours and protected what is ours and manufactured from what is ours, which person on the face of the earth will be more richer than a black man? Don't celebrate mediocrity. Don't make all these people your idols. I respect them. I respect their hard work. I respect their hard labor. But I don't respect the mediocrity they are selling. No. Listen, I get a struggle. I respect their hustle. But all that we are doing is celebrating mediocrity. There are Africans that have crazy money more than that. More than 1 billion. They are Africans. How much is Dangote worth? How much is Dangote worth? There are a lot of Africans. And you see, they would never project the real wealth of the African man. They will never do that. Because they want, listen, an African, a white man can never, an European can never be richer than you. When you wake up and you start discovering who you are, you will see wealth follow you. You see wealth follow you. Let's go to the next image. It says, it worked like charm. After murdering, enslaving, raping millions of them with brutality, converted them into Christians, told them that God was white, and that if they ever wanted to meet him, they had to forgive us for everything we did to them. And they did. Some of them even fight to defend our false religion. Can you imagine? That's the truth. I don't care who put this together, but this is the truth. This is what it happened. This is what it absolutely happened. You would find a black man fighting to defend a religion. Religion? You're a black man and you're fighting to defend a religion? Christianity? Judaism? Islam? That is what you defend? A black man killing one another because of religion, because of lies they came to tell you. You've abandoned. When was any shrine in Africa said to have killed any people, anybody? When? See how powerful our spirituality is. No book is written about our spirituality. I mean, no being, no power power, no celestial being, or no God has written any book. It's just men writing their stuff. But yet, our spirituality is the most potent one. Our spirituality is the most pure one. Our spirituality is the one that is so selfless. Our spirituality is the most spiritual one. And everybody else copied from our spirituality. But yet, our spirituality does not kill innocent people. Our spirituality does not kill. Don't get me wrong. When somebody offends, judgment will be done. And the gods will take judgments. But no human being is killing for any God. Like I say, if you think you are a God, and if you think you have power, go and fight your own battles. Go and fight your own battles. I ain't gonna fight for you. That's when you know there's power in what you have. They use lies. The next image says what? Just getting ready for church. Just getting ready for church. Wolves in sheep's clothing. When the missionaries came to Africa, they had the Bible and we had the land. They said, let us pray. We closed our eyes. When we opened them, we had the Bible, they had the land. We closed our eyes, let us pray. We opened them. We have the Bibles now. They own. Listen, they are buying out all the lands in Africa. That is what we got. You see, we got to come together, put our resources together, and buy back all our properties. Buy back now. Buy them back. If we don't do something today, our children, let's stop being selfish. Let's stop making me. No. Let's leave a legacy for our children's children. The problem is not people being uneducated. The problem is that they are educated just enough to believe what they have been taught, and not educated enough to question what they have been taught. That's why they don't question it. That's why they don't question. Let me try and read this. Did you know Egypt never enslaved the Israelites? When then in the midst of our disdain for Egyptian, anti-Semitic conspiracy theories to overlook the fact that one of the biggest events of the Jewish calendar is predicted upon reminding the next generation every year of how Egyptians were cruel slave masters in a bondage that likely never happened. Is this really so different from Jaws, the Mossad agent? I don't know what that is. The reality is that there is no evidence whatsoever that the Jews were ever enslaved in Egypt. Yes, there's the story contained within the Bible itself, but it's not a remotely historic, admissible source. I am talking about real proof, archaeological evidence, state records, primary source of these. Nothing exists. It's hard to believe that 600,000 families, which would mean about 2 million people, crossed the entire Sinai without leaving one sherd of pottery, the archaeologist's best friend, with Hebrew writing on it. It is remarkable that Egyptian records make no mention of the sudden migration of what would have been nearly a quarter of their population, nor has any evidence been found for any of the expected effect of such an exodus, such as economic downturn or labor shortage. Furthermore, there's no evidence in Israel that shows a sudden influx of people from another culture at that time. No rapid departure from traditional pottery has been seen. No record or story or sage in population. None. No evidence. No. But yet, this is the fundamental story or foundational story of the entire Christian religion, Islamic. I don't know much about the Islamic religion, but Islamic religion is coming out of Christianity anyways. Because the Christian religion is based on Judaism. There's no evidence of sex. Let's move to the next image. It says, it's time we clean them out. It's time we clean them out. I love this image. Let's see this image. The next image says, this book is the truth. The people who enslaved us said so. The reason why there's rarely any resolve whenever the black conscious and black Christian debate is because the conscious person presents documented fact, critical thinking, reasoning, and common sense. But the Christian has been taught to stand by blind faith, even when the abundance of evidence is to the contrary. To argue with any person that has renounced the use of reason, fact, and common sense, it's like, okay, it didn't continue. But I get the whole point. And that is Christianity for you. It will never come with evidence. It will just say, you just gotta believe. You just believe. You just believe. Just believe what? This history is telling me. History is telling me there was a people on the face of the earth 5,000 years ago. Faith, blind faith is telling me the entire world had been wiped out by some flood 5,000 years ago. Just believe. The greatest killer of black people since 1492, the Bible. Gregory comes back, our elder Gregory comes back. Ask yourself this: if your slave masters wasn't Christian, would you be a Christian? That's a big one. If your slave masters were not Christians, would you be a Christian? That is a big one. I clap for him. If your slave masters wasn't Christians, would you be a Christian? Arise, black people, give the Arab white men back their gods. Arab and white men back. Show some self-respect and dignity, black men. Return to your roots and free your minds from mental slavery. Woof! I like the last two. Give back the Arabs and the white men their God and free your mind. But I like our elder Gregory's own. It says what? If your slave masters were not Christians, would you be Christians? Would you be Christians? Would we have anything called Christianity among our families, our people? No. The reason why you are a Christian is not because a God sent anybody to come and die or do any of this crazy story they tell you, these lies they tell you. It's because somebody decided to enslave your fathers. I hope it's been a blessing. I didn't get enough time to react to a lot of things, but I'm going to react to a lot of videos, a lot of hard videos. Today is just an introduction. Listen, we're going to go into it. We're going to react to a lot of hard videos, and I pray they become a blessing for you. Stay blessed. I love you guys. Continue with us, and I know eventually we will wake as many people as we can. Can we have 300 subscribers by next week? Have a great evening. Enjoy your night. Don't forget, tomorrow is Spirit Friday. We go spiritual tomorrow. You don't want to miss it for anything. I love you guys.